Thank y'all for coming. Yes, I say y'all. I am from Texas. Any Texans? Yay! Santa. See? Santa's from Texas. I knew something good came from Texas. Um, New Mexico. This close. Yeah. Um, are there any first responders or former first responders here today? Any military vets? Thank y'all. Thank y'all for everything you do. So I want to share with y'all a saying that I've heard, and you may have heard it too, but it goes something like this. The expectation that a first responder can be immersed in the suffering and the loss that they experience on a daily basis with what they see and they smell and they touch and they feel and not carry that weight is as unrealistic as expecting you to walk through a river and not get wet. It's simply not going to happen. We've all heard the stories and read the research on the correspondence and the connection between trauma, mental health, and the impact on first responders. I'm not going to rehash that information. We've had enough research. We know the data. It's time to focus on a solution. So I'd like to introduce you to H.E.R.O Mental Health, helping every responder out. So H.E.R.O Mental Health is a mental health support for first responders from those who understand the weight of service. Understand is the key. So let me tell you a little bit about me and how this got started. My name, everybody calls me Dr. G, but my name is Dr. Gina Gagan. My father was an Army medic who then spent over 25 years as a state trooper. I have spent over 15 years as a director of mental health inside a state correctional facility and 5 years as a deputy warden at a 3,500 bed male medium security facility. I've lived my entire life in the first responder world. I speak their language. It only made sense for a mental health therapist who knows first responders to create a safe place to treat first responders. And, you know, Freddie asked me a story, and I want to tell you real quick what happened to trigger this. I was inside a correctional facility, and we had a 19-year-old inmate who was, was going to be released the next day. He'd had some medical problems, and overnight he was found unresponsive in his cell. It was not due to his own hands. He had a medical problem, but due to being short-staffed at night, which is common practice, there was one officer who was able to go into the cell, but you can't. You have to have backup. So you can't go in singularly because it could be a ploy just to get you to open the cell so that he can lie in wait to attack. So by the time another officer made it there to help him get the cell opened and get to that inmate, he was completely unresponsive. They called a code. Medical was dispatched. He was taken to medical. Medical called for, the first responders did come to the facility and they took him out. He did pass away. The impact that I saw wear on those officers was obvious. They were visibly shaken. They were guilt-ridden, they were traumatized, they were sad, and just, they were crying. And I couldn't do anything about it. I'm not there to treat them, I'm there to treat inmates. And I immediately started pacing the halls of the facility saying, well, who's gonna treat them? Who's gonna help them? They need help. They're gonna go home, they're gonna live with this, and they're gonna come back the next day and just go on as if nothing happened. Well, something did happen, and that's going to happen again and again and again, and inevitably it's going to bear with them until they crack. Somebody has to do something. So I immediately said, I'm going to call it H.E.R.O Mental Health, and I'm like, what's the H.E.R.O stand for? And that's where I got helping every responder out. So you can go. So the services that we're going to provide are basically those that involve trauma. PTSD, anxiety, depression. We have different modalities, and I don't expect you to know all the acronyms, but CBT, EMDR, ART. We will also provide substance abuse treatment, marital and family therapy, because it does impact your family, and medication management for those who do need it. What first responders carry is not invisible to the H.E.R.O staff. Burnout, critical incident stress, day after day, compound stress, those long hours, shift work, just accumulated stress and emotional fatigue, wear and tear. The common barriers that we will address: there is stigma and social judgment by going to therapy. Sometimes there's limited, if any, access to care. There's confidentiality concerns, and therapists who just don't get them. I've had so many first responders say, I'm not going to go to therapy, I'll traumatize the therapist. Well, you won't traumatize us, because we are used to this. We walk it, we talk it, we see it. We know how to deal with that. So I clean up okay, but they told me to put in a slide. I was advised to put in a slide and put in a few of my certifications and trainings, of which this is just a few, believe it or not. I've been doing this a long time. I'm licensed in 8 states. So anyway, that's some of the things I can and do and I'm trained in. It's okay. So just real quick, my last thing. And we can get, you want to ask me? You can ask me what we're going to do for the future, but that's H.E.R.O Mental Health kind of in a nutshell. And thank you for your time.
Very good.